How to discover your authentic self? It's a question that a lot of us, always try to figure out and, answer. And from my experience, it always changes because when you're trying to discover yourself, you cannot just discover yourself through just sitting down, right? You need to go through experiences. Experiences are going to be able to reveal things about you. And here is where a lot of people come to the realization that in order to discover your true authentic self, you need to experience new things. And the thing is, a lot of people feel like they cannot really change. They cannot really recreate themselves. And I feel like from my experience, you can always recreate yourself. And that's the beauty of discovering your authentic self. And, life teaches you a lot of lessons. And the first step that I think it helped me to really truly discover my authentic self and realize that there is an authentic self. I don't have to be a programmed bot just like anybody from the society, I can't find myself. I can't create a new version of myself. I can recreate myself if I want to, if I choose. And the way you go about this is first you need to realize that you don't really know yourself truly until you go through difficulties, until you go happy moments, until you just experience more things. And the best way to truly get that XP up as fast as you can is for you to try as many things as you can, as fast as you can. And I'm not saying go do, substances, go get addictions, go do some messed up stuff, no. But I'm saying, for example, if you're struggling to discover your purpose, right? You're like, I don't know, I feel like I have a bit of, liking for art, but I don't really know what type of art. Maybe it's music, maybe it's painting, maybe it's cinematograph. Oh my God, guys, this is you see these words are pissing me off. Cinematograph. Guys, you get the word, okay? I'm not gonna edit. It is what it is, right? These words are always tongue twisters, man. But you get what I mean? There's different type of arts. And if you're just, holding yourself back and you don't really try anything new, bro, you're not gonna learn. You're not gonna learn anything about yourself. If you always shy away from relationships and, let's just say if you're a guy talking to women, spending time with them. I'm not saying you have to have anything sexual with them. I'm saying if you spend time with them, you get into relationships, you may have, physical connection with some of them, as you not with all of them, but some of them that you really love. It's it's gonna really show you who you are. And if you don't really go through those experiences, I genuinely believe that it's gonna be really hard to discover your authentic self, because you're not gonna really know what you like. Because a lot of things that we think we like, we don't really like, because we've been told to like it. And we just believe it. We just made it a subconscious belief, and it's been constantly put in our mind. But I feel if you really put yourself out there and you go through trials and tribulations and experiences, you're gonna find your authentic self, and you're gonna build your authentic self. Because, for example, I was a gamer back in the days, and for me that was my authentic self. I was enjoying playing video games. That was my authentic desire. And the best way to really see if you're really being authentic is to see if you're actually going for your desires. I'm not saying for short-term gratifications like freaking fast food or prawn or stuff like that, but I'm saying things make you passionate, make you excited. You're I want to do this. I want to get this challenge done. It may be hard, but your desire is there. You're I'm going to get this done at all costs because I want this to happen. And if it aligns with your internal system and internal mind, you're this is an expression that I want to do. This is really authentic to me. I love making music. I love making videos. I love, going to the gym. Some people may not like it because it's not their authentic. It doesn't mean they have to be lazy. It doesn't mean they have to just be rotting on their bed. No, they have to find different exercises. Because I truly believe there's always different variations and different things that people can really, express themselves through. But it takes just willingness to explore things. And in my opinion, I've always been a person that I feel there is no one solution fits all with most of the things. And there is different routes to different paths. And as long as you're stuck and you're not really willing to go through trials and tribulations, it's going to be really hard to get to know yourself and really get to see what are your weaknesses, your strengths. That's the beauty. When you get to know your true authentic self, you unlock this ability to like see, okay, wow, there are so many things that I can improve on to improve this character in this video game. And for example, like one thing I'm gonna tell you, right? This is like a common, I guess it's a misconception you can say, is that a lot of guys, they're like, oh, when I'm on like the grind stage, like you shouldn't get into a relationship, right? Listen, for some guys it may be it may be true, right? But from my experience, I feel like when you get into a relationship, when you like interact with more people, when you're in like relationship with a girl, or when you have a lot of friends, it's like they show you a lot of the different sides that you didn't really know. Like what happens when you're angry? What happens when you're in love? What happens when there's competition? What happens when there is disagreements? There is a lot of these things that really show who you are, because we can tell certain things we are. So like, yeah, I'm very honest. I'm very real. I'm very like, my communication skills are good. But in reality, like if you go through certain situations and challenges, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm not really that good as I thought. And that's a good thing. Don't be discouraged. Don't be like, oh yeah, I'm like, my life is over. No, it's like an opportunity to work on. But you need to go through situations so you're like, oh, I am aware of this. I am aware. And I see like maybe I'm not really talking too direct, or maybe I'm not really able to convey my message properly. Or maybe my diet isn't as good as I thought. There are a lot of things that we can work on, but sometimes you're just not aware of it because we haven't been exposed to situations that have brought that side of ourselves outside. So you need to go through oh my God, you need to go through those situations to really like find yourself. And I'm not saying like in a cringe way, oh, I'm gonna go like find myself, blah, blah, blah. Not like that, but like experience things, challenge yourself, like really go through ups and downs, and it's gonna lead you to growth. It's gonna lead you to discovering your authentic self. And that's the beauty of life, because the goal of life is to expand your consciousness, to become a more conscious person, to become more aware, to have more experiences, to really see the contrast of the things that you like and the things that you don't want, and really embrace them, because you don't have to hate anything. It's just like life is just there to show us what we like or what we want. Like if you're, I don't know, you're overweight and you don't really necessarily find it uncomfortable, you like it, you're like, you know what, I get to eat what I want, I get to like, have fun, I can just eat anything I want, I don't care, right? For some person that may be their authentic self, and they're genuinely fulfilled, they don't care. And from my perspective, I'm not gonna support that, because I feel like you gotta, be in the best physical shape of your life. You gotta always train hard. You gotta always improve your physique, and be healthy. But if that's their authentic expression, if they're fulfilled, I can't really say anything, because sure they might live longer, but for them that's a fulfilled life. That's them being in their authentic self. For me, if I do that, I'm gonna be like, no, bro, I hate this. I'm suffering because I'm not being authentic. So the whole goal of life is to always make sure that you're being as authentic as you can, because that's the best way to express yourself. Because when you're authentic, you're coming from a genuine place. Like if I like making videos like this, raw videos are authentic to me. That's my authentic self, because that's the type of videos I like to watch, because that's the type of people I like to listen and get advice from, because these videos for me are the most beneficial when someone just sits down and talks and drops some of the real experiences and real sauce. And I feel like for me, I like this. This is my authentic self. I like to share my experiences and be passionate and really help somebody, like someone who's watching this video. It can be you right now. It can be your friend. I don't know who it is, but I know it's going to help you out because I'm sharing my experience, and this is an authentic expression from me. So you got to see what are things that are authentic to you. What are things that really make you happy and excited. And if you don't know, it's okay. We've all been there. But there's always one thing deep in your heart that you're like, oh, like this one kind of interests me. This is like sparks that curiosity in me. Go for that. Go for that and kind of really like improve at it. See, like just because it's a bit hard, don't avoid it. Go for it. Really experience it, and then, as time goes on, you're gonna be like, okay, I see. Like I kind of like this. I'm getting better at this. And you just suddenly, it's like your passion. You discovered your authentic self. And then who knows, maybe like in 2-3 years, you're going to be like kind of tired of it. You're going to be like, okay, you know what? I want to find something else. I want to start expressing myself through different ways. I want to, I want to maybe start playing music. I don't want to do this. right? So you're just like always evolving, and you're always going for your deepest desire, your most authentic desire. And when you act on it, you're going to naturally discover your authentic self. And over a period like 5 to 10 years, you're going to be like, wow, I have so many experiences. I know what I like, I know what I don't like, and I can just be and live in my most authentic state. And then you're fulfilled. So the whole point of life is just to experience and express yourself as authentically as you can, because that's how we grow as a consciousness, as collective consciousness. And whenever people are the most authentic, they're the most creative, they're the most powerful. So don't ignore your gifts, don't ignore your curiosities, and just go for what you want. That's what I've been doing, honestly. Like, I've loved creating content. But at times I created certain content that I didn't want. I'm like, I don't really want to make content like this. Or I don't feel like fulfilled with when I do this, right? Like whenever you do more type of things, you're like, okay, I like this, I don't like this, boom, that's it. And then you discover what you actually like. Who's your authentic version? That's all it takes, man. Just go put yourself out there, experience, live, go through the ups and downs of life, because that's the beauty of life. And you're going to find your authentic, you're going to discover your authentic self. I appreciate you for watching this video. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.